It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Indiana Pacers. We've seen some solid play from this pace.
The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. And with thanks, David. It's great to have a mix of those things. Adapt or die, as they say. Tonight, a matchup between two great teams. Certainly potential playoff ramifications down the road. Brent, what extra importance does this game have, do you think, if any?
Well, sometimes, Kevin, in matchups like this, coaches aren't concerned with what it is that they know. They'd like to get to the unknown. So there may be some rotations that we'll see tonight that are a bit different than what we saw in matchups in the past, for coaches to expose their players to that opponent and their style of play. That could pay dividends if they do match up come playoff time.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got Antetokounmpo, Brogdon out there with Murray. And there's Miles Turner. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Becoming more of a factor these days on the offensive end. Aminu, once the 8th overall player taken in the draft, getting to the line a little more often.
And Al-Farouq Aminu, the 8th overall pick back in 2010. He's found his niche as a defensive-minded, small ball power forward.
And Kevin, think about that 7'3" wingspan, which will help him defend against bigger, stronger players. And this skill game, though, still looking for some consistency in the offense.
Screen by Cousins. Mills dishes to Cousins. Back to Mills. Just 4 to shoot. It's over Brogdon. Misses off the right iron.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
He kicks it to Murray. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Cauley Stein passes to Murray. Cauley Stein, the second chance points on the tip in.
That's a nice tip in. You can't leave him alone on the offensive glass or he'll find a way to get to the ball.
And Roberson kicks to Cousins. Aminu, no one around him. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Sometimes Cousins, with how well he sees the floor, has those bullet passes. That one on a string.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
They get it back, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin does not give up on that play, pounding away on the boards. His intensity becoming infectious.
Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the Canadian Jamal Murray, a player you forgot was taken 7th overall in 2016. But Brent, he has all the tools you want from an off guard, and this team believes he has a bright future in the league.
Every coach around the league sees the potential in Jamal Murray. You just hope for him, Kevin, he doesn't get too far ahead of things. You got to put the work in, you got to stay patient. But I believe there's tremendous upside, and at some point we'll talk about this guy as being one of the upper echelon shooting guards in the league.
Aminu dishes to Griffin. Roberson the pass to Mills. Back to Roberson. And stolen by Murray. And here's the fast break. And he finished it off with a lay-in.
I appreciate the hustle there from Murray, really getting after it there after swiping away the ball quickly.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Kicks it to Griffin. There's the triple. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
From distance, when he gets gets into a rhythm early, it makes this offense a lot more dynamic.
Well, great to get him involved, particularly at the start of the game. This is what keeps guys engaged.
The shot by Brogdon, no good.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Pass to Aminu, the feed to Cousins. It's Robertson, top of the key. Over to the wing, and Aminu kicks to Cousins. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Cousins has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, some mid-range game, it's always going to happen for a big guy, especially on pick-and-pop situations. He continues to be a problem for the defense from there.
And the buzzer beater's good.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
Well, you like to finish things on a positive note, and he times that one beautifully.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And for Portland guys, what jumps out? Pacers trail by 4. And for the Blazers, tremendous scoring talent in their backcourt. How did they turn the corner in the West?
Clearly, it's going to be with their defense. I think that's where they've had their struggles. They're going to have to get better at the point of attack there and protecting the rim. I think some of it has to do with the lack of discipline, but also you could factor that into being just an inexperienced young group that's still kind of getting their feet wet.
On the court for Indiana, Miles Turner out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and then there's Antetokounmpo, and it's Murray in at the 2. And Aminu kicks to Mills. He dishes it to Cousins. The rebound by Turner.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Trailblazers leading by 4. Robertson dishes to Aminu. Back to Robertson. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's Aminu in the corner. Drills it from outside. Aminu's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Trailblazers. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Love the work ethic that time from Antetokounmpo. Amazing at using his size down there low.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Nice job coming off that screen. Aminu's got 6 points in the quarter. You see it so often. A player will languish in one system, then flourish in another. Brent, during your 14-year career, which coach's system fit you the best?
Well, I think my years in Seattle, we opened up the offense a little bit. I had the opportunity to play more of a point off guard. But I also enjoyed the structure of what Greg Popovich's system in San Antonio offered up as well. It's always interesting, Kevin, with players who are languishing on benches for other ball clubs, how general managers start to assess whether that guy can be part of something great if they were to bring him in. I had the opportunity to play for a lot of great coaches and thought that I mixed up my game enough to make it a long career.
Brogdon the pass to Turner. Murray kicks to Cauley-Stein. Over Cousins. Portland grabs the miss. Griffin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Brogdon. Cousins with a screen on Cauley-Stein. And Griffin, here we go. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here. And that sends Blake Griffin to the free throw line. It's going to be on Miles Turner. One of the most impressive things about Blake Griffin is Greg when he gets out and runs the open floor.
Yeah, not to mention his ability to run the break himself. A terrific ball handler, even under pressure, and one of the best passers at the 4 in the league, if not the best.
You're not going to slow down Antetokounmpo. The defense right there looking pretty much helpless.
And Mills kicks to Cousins. 55 seconds left in the first half. Aminu misses.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed. and he blew that chance.
Antetokounmpo against Aminu. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Yep, that one goes in there. And now just a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And here's Mills for three. Portland again missing. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot that time not on target. Nice D from Cousins. Aminu dishes to Mills. Back to Aminu. Feeds to Griffin. 3 seconds left. No good on that one. And a pretty tightly contested game here. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. Checking out the Trailblazers. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far.
That'll do it for now. The second.
Welcome back. Downtown Portland looking spectacular tonight from the air. Such a scenic location here in Oregon. Welcome back, everybody. Pacers trail by 5.
Terry Stott's one of the better coaches in this league, but he really does a great job of making sure that it's always about his players and never about him. One thing Portland has working in its favor is that they've dug in with Terry Stotts as their coach. They have that kind of continuity, and he allows these players to shine up here in the Pacific Northwest. That's when the sun comes out.
Al Farouk Aminu is out there with Griffin. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Mills in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. 2 points. That one goes. Brogdon's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Indiana. Trailblazers leading by 3. You talk about Terry Stotts empowering the players. He respects their independence, Brent, even as he's calling shots. He doesn't put himself above the team.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Terry Stotts has done a great job of establishing great relationships with his star players, his younger players, and the fact that they've been together, I think there's just a greater understanding of what he expects from them, the type of respect that they give him back, and it ends up working out very well for the Blazers.
6 on the shot clock. To the wing right side. Murray for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
And both of these sides were fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot and split their season series at 1 apiece.
The baseline J. Griffin grabs the board. Griffin's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Cousins. No good. Shot missing. So the Pacers will take it the other way.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And sometimes when you're pushing the action, you can see some great teamwork, and then all of a sudden the individuals on your team can take over. All of that here tonight.
To the left side wing. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. Griffin passes to Robertson. Off target from outside. Pacers trail by 3.
And really, as recently as 2014, the Pacers were a team with that old school front court. Some tall timber inside, and they played that slow, methodical pace. They have revamped the roster, looking to space the floor and really fire it up on offense.
And stolen by Murray. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
And how about Giannis putting that 7'3" wingspan to good use to help come up with the steal?
And the Pacers now looking to revamp how they approach things. The rebuild is on, it would appear.
Yeah, and a good time to do it when they saw Paul George would be leading. It won't be easy to make the transition, but the Pacers do have a good collection of young talent.
And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line. It's going to send DeMarcus Cousins to the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
You like the passion and energy that Cousins plays with. As long as it's in control, he goes hard at it every game.
It's stolen by Aminu. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Up top, Cousins. And Mills kicks to Roberson. 5 to shoot. Here's Cousins. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
Well, this is when the efficiency of DeMarcus Cousins goes through the roof. He gets that deep on the inside, and the defense cannot compete with it.
And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Just make simple passes. We got caught trying to make a great pass.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Trailblazers leading by 6. And so in the game for the Pacers, Cauley-Stein is out there with Turner. Then there's Murray. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3. And that one's good. Cousins.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
Antetokounmpo against Aminu. That one goes. Count it.
Incredible that Antetokounmpo has grown the way he has as a leader for the ball club. He wants to make his teammates better, and you can see that with the way he passes the ball.
To the left wing, here's Aminu, and a miss there on the triple. Pacers trail by 6. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Fourth quarter of basketball, we're about a minute into it. That one doesn't go. Mills with it. Now Aminu, back to Mills. And Robertson has it in the corner. Cousins with a screen on Cauley-Stein. Here's Robertson. Here's Cousins. Goes back up. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Well, Giannis is taking over this game. He is all over the place and very active on offense right now.
And Roberson kicks to Griffin. Shoots over Turner. Griffin's shot is off.
And there might as well have been no guy up on the pick. Nothing happened there. Can't be surprised at the result.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
3-pointer. The Trailblazers rebound. Cousins with the bucket.
Down on the offensive glass, Cousins is so powerful, and a great job there of reading the angle to collect one.
Antetokounmpo against Aminu. Antetokounmpo kicks to Turner. Passes it to Brogdon. And it's off from 3-point range. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the fourth. Griffin kicks to Roberson. Aminu with it. Out defended by Cauley-Stein. Back to Robertson. Aminu dishes to Cousins. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Cousins, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. No good, shot missing. And it's Portland the other way. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Griffin kicks to Roberson. Screen by Cousins. Pass to Mills. Right side, Griffin. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Aminu misses.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And now it's a double-digit lead. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Brogdon. Now here's Mills. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
Cousins with 48-27. Aminu with 30. Griffin with 24 and 30. Mills with that Kevin Love stat line. He didn't do anything. Giannis with 48. And that's pretty much it. Miles Turner had 27 boards, but Kevin Love's stat line just gotta make their shots. Beat him in the paint, but another game where they can't hit a three-pointer. They never led.